Hey guys, welcome back to Form of Therapy. I am the video channel producer. This is the Culture Study. You can call me PD. And today we are going to be checking out Boom by NCT Dream. Now, before we get started, I just want to preface, I know the video is going to sound a little bit different for those of you who are regular viewers of the channel. If you're new, hello, welcome, consider subscribing, give this video a chance. If you like it, tune in for more. But we have been having some weird audio issues lately. I don't know if it's my mic, I don't know if it's my recorder or the cables or whatever it is, but we are going off a field mic and we're gonna be trying this out for just the next couple videos and we're gonna see how the audio quality is on that. Anyways, we're going to be checking out NCT Dream's Boom. I can't quite remember what the last NCT Dream video I checked out was. Obviously there was the collaboration they did with Harvey. I mean, they had the whole thing with the rest of NCT, the Empathy album last year, but was that the last time they had a comeback? You know what, let's check real quick. Oh, yeah, there was We Go Up as well. Was We Go Up the last comeback? Okay. All right, so it's been a hot minute, I suppose, since they've had a comeback. Actually, Mark left. Or Mark graduated from NCT Dream. So I guess this is perhaps their first official comeback without Mark. So let's see what it's like. Let's just jump into this video. This is your Form of Therapy. Okay, this is an intriguing start. Oh, this guy's got a great vocal tone. Okay, interesting pre-chorus. Oh, okay. Okay, this is not the direction that I thought this was heading based on the main hook in the instrumental, but I like it. Oh. Quite not sure what to make of the video yet. Still trying to grasp for a concept that they're going for, because it does seem to be all over the place. Ooh, but talk about overproduced. They have 4 different dance sets. Oh. Here's what I find particularly interesting about this song and this music video and this concept. I felt like Mark had a very big presence within the group. I mean, Mark is obviously very talented, which is why he was put into so many of the NCT subunits. But going forward without Mark, they are sort of setting their style, and even the one with Harvey, that was more so a collaboration and it was a station song as opposed to a full-fledged comeback. So going into this, sort of setting a new tone of what they're gonna do, I was really curious. I'm sort of now, I guess, starting to understand the direction that NCT Dream is going in, because Mark wasn't necessarily holding the group back, but because Mark is so tightly connected to so many of the different NCT subunits, there is a familiar sound that resonates within all the groups, and perhaps that is why SM put Mark in so many of the units, to have sort of a unifying sound. Now that he's gone, I notice a very big difference between NCT Dream and, let's say, 127 or U. NCT 127, it's a lot more mature, but they are also going down a much more mature concept. But at the same time, NCT 127 leans more towards like a modern hip-hop genre. NCT Dream, they started out as a very bubblegum pop group. I mean, literally their debut song was, I think, called Chewing Gum. They couldn't be kids forever. They had to evolve. Already we had sort of like the adolescent teenage look with Go and We Go Up. But now with Boom, they sound more like a pop boy band than the rest of NCT does. Mind you, there is still that very classic, slick, cool, deeper sounding NCT flavor, but it's both in the vocal work, it's both, I mean, the members just look generally younger. They sound a lot more like a boy group. And I think that is sort of going to be their sound going forward. They're going to do a lot of experimental concepts, different sounds, but they are more like a boy group than NCT 127 is. NCT 127, it sounds less like a pop boy group, and it definitely sounds like a very hip-hop, mature, like individual-driven group. But definitely with Boom, I feel like this leans way more towards like, I mean, a boy band, basically. It's just, imagine if a boy band grew up, because that's exactly what happened here. Now, I'm not quite sure what was going on with the music video. I was trying to keep track of it. In general, I couldn't catch a pattern or a cohesiveness or in relation to the lyrics of what exactly was going on. I wonder if the video was just all glamour and there was no actual story or resonance behind that, you know? With that said, it is an extremely overproduced video. They had, I think, 4 different dance sets. That's a lot, if you guys don't know. I mean, most K-pop groups either have 2 or 3, but they had 4 or maybe even 5 if we're pushing it. Mind you, a lot of them were like very minimal set design, very clean, minimalist look, but still, that's still a lot. But there was a very big focus on their dancing, and that's also a very common thread with NCT. The dancing here, I mean, NCT Dream has had a lot of dancing in their other title tracks too, but I feel like the dancing here has matured a lot more since previous comebacks, and I was actually thoroughly impressed. Not that I wasn't before, but here it kind of really stood out to me. I don't know, I think we'll have to see a few more NCT Dream comebacks to actually gauge their style properly. You know, I feel like I understand what NCT 127 is doing, but NCT Dream, because of their rapidly aging process, their style and formula is ever changing. And perhaps that's the most interesting thing I find about NCT Dream. When they first debuted, I was not a fan, not in the sense that I didn't like them or I didn't think they were talented. It was just, they were young boys. It was a very youthful young boy concept, and that just is not what I'm into. So, you know, I was like, I'll wait till they mature. I'll wait till they grow up. And now that we're in that stage, it's very interesting to see how they sort of ebb and flow. Because like I said, they do have a very signature NCT brands. You know, the way the music video is actually shot, the way it's edited, very trippy. It's all over the place. A lot of the music video, if you notice the camera angle, it was always like at a Dutch angle. It had a lot of shots where it was like tilted like this. So it kind of kept you off balance as well. And that paired well with actually the instrumental hook. I felt like that thing was always constantly moving, that it kind of kept me off balance as well. But I don't know, right now it feels like they're just getting started. I feel like 127, they are at like a very powerful, very high moment in their career. But with Dream, I feel like, oh, they're just getting started. This is it. I mean, with Mark leaving, I feel like they are actually forced to evolve even more. Not that Mark graduating is a good thing and him not being in the group anymore is a good thing. I just feel like it has definitely thrown a wrench into the NCT Dream formula. And so I think it honestly makes the group a lot more interesting. It kind of sets them apart from the other NCT groups a lot more now. So right now, I like the song. I feel like if this was a 127 song, that chorus would be a lot more different. Even there, I feel like the vocal melodies with NCT Dream sounds a lot more closer to a boy band, but bringing boy band vocals, like pop vocals, into something that's a little bit more darker like this. So right now, I like the song. I like where Dream is headed, but I'm curious as to what the next step is going to be. Obviously, they can't be another 127, but what exactly are they going to do? Because even if you look at 127, Dream, and Wavy, they all sort of have similar styles. So I'm really curious from a brand perspective what the target audience for NCT Dream is. Guys, what do you think? What do you think the target demo for NCT Dream is? I feel like Wavy is like kind of like a more amped up version of 127. Marketed towards China. China is an industry where they're driven by like very crazy visuals and a lot more exciting music. I mean, K-pop is already exciting, but they like to take it up a notch. So Wavy's target audience is very clear, and 127 dominating the Korean and American markets, but what is Dream's target? So I am very curious to see how they're gonna evolve. I know that this isn't much of a review. I mean, from what I see from just this, it's great, but I feel like it's also building towards something. And so, I don't know, it's one of those reactions. I have these every now and then where I feel like I'm more interested in what this means for their future, where they're gonna go forward, because this has piqued my interest a lot. Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode of the Culture Study. You might not have learned a lot from this today. I feel like this was sort of just all over the place. I don't know, I'm just fascinated by NCT Dream's evolution going forward. But why don't you guys tell me what you think about the song and the music video in the comments down below. Also, if you enjoy what we do on this channel, why don't you please consider subscribing to us? If you subscribe, if you leave a comment, it helps us out a lot. If you want to go the extra mile, consider visiting us at Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/formatherapy, for as little as $2 a month, you get early access to videos. At different tiers, you have live stage reactions, you have drama club, etc., J-pop reactions, so check that out. But supporting us monetarily is completely optional. Like I said, leaving a comment or just hitting like down below right here. It helps us out with YouTube's search algorithm, and the subscribe button should be over here. And yeah, if you like this video or if you want some more informative videos, consider checking out our playlist.